When Pogacar won Flanders this past year, 2023, I have two pretty distinct memories of the couple of hours that I watched the second half or so of the race. The first was rather emotional. I undoubtedly cried a little bit when he rode away from everyone at that second to last pass of the Quaremont, where his teammates are leading him out like total animals, just ham on the front, and then he gets away over the top and then rides away from the entire world. I don't think a tear fell, but man, was I feeling pretty emotional there. And I think the thing was, like, here's this activity that I love so much. And that morning I had ridden, so I'd been able to avoid the outcome of the race. I came home and I was watching the recording right there with my monitor set up. And I believe I specifically rode that day with my friend Miha, who just so happens to be Slovenian like Pogacar. And then I came home and watched this person who, somewhat relevantly, was a countryman of the person who I had just shared an experience on the bike with, do the sport in a way that was so perfect that I kind of was overcome with emotion. This thing that I love so much, that I spend so much time on, that I find so beautiful, to see someone so unexpectedly, someone who wins the Tour de France, riding away from the best in the world at Flanders. And I haven't been following pro cycling all that long, but I've been following it for long enough that I know that the people who win the Tour de France don't normally win Flanders. To see him doing that, there's just a lot that I felt in that moment. And then when he rode away from the world once again, and ultimately the winning move on the final pass of the Quaremont, maybe a tear was shed. The second thing that I really remember was immediately after I watched him win, I bought his helmet. I just wanted to be like Pogi. Pro cycling is a pretty stodgy sport at times. To be good oftentimes requires people to be rather monastic, and he is such a counterexample of that. He does it with so much joy and fun that I find it impossible not to love him. So when he's riding around with baguettes on rest days and doing backflips into the pool, and then it's equally kind of heartbreaking to see him get smashed in the time trial and smashed in the subsequent stage after that. And I don't really mind Jonas, but definitely have more of a connection to Pogi. And it was kind of hard to see him humbled in that way.
How are you? Fucked. I'm dead.
And then he's just like back in other ways. There's that one little reel that he posted on Instagram where he's training before Lombardia. And they're riding through the mountains. There's two of his teammates on the front. You know they're doing 400 or whatever. And the car is playing this like trashy Euro pop song. He's just like cheesing at the camera, like fist pumping the entire time. His teammates all business-like, climbing up the front. He's just fist pumping, have a good time. Then the hook drops, he goes no hands, starts partying immediately. Just having so much fun at the highest level of the sport. And then he won Lombardia the following weekend. That dude's pretty cool.